Hey guys, welcome back to Burnout's Hot Rod Shop. So, now we're going to do episode 2 of this big auction tool haul that I did. In this episode, it's going to be more boxes of miscellaneous stuff and probably my favorite piece out of here, and I'm not a Bell Systems collector. My favorite piece out of here, though, is probably that Bell Systems crimper that was made by Bridgeport. Wood handle, I'm not a wood handle guy. I do collect some of the Bridgeport wrenches, but this one's just cool. It's old enough, it's a wood handle, it's Bridgeport, and it's a crimping tool for crimping lines and stuff, so you don't see those that often. There's a lot of really good stuff though, so let me know what your guys' favorite is, and I hope you enjoy this one. Remember, I'm Burnout. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. So let's dive into another bucket. Start off with this guy. There's no branding or anything on it, but the tip is in really good shape. It runs true. So that one's just a good project screwdriver at some point. I've got a bunch of these Stanley USAs. So those deserve a good cleanup. They'll go back to the booth. I'll go in my, I think, $3 bin. So yeah, a bunch of those guys. We got this RS made in England. So that one's kind of cool. I think that one can get cleaned up and taken back to the booth. I don't know why I keep saying I need to stand here whenever I have a perfectly good stool behind me. We got one of George's favorites here. The Ratchet Versatool. It kind of works. It's a little clicky. But it catches, so it could use a cleanup. We got this guy. I feel like there should be some branding on it. Hang on one second. Let me grab my tub of towels. All right, so let's see if we can get some of the scrunch off the handle. Just enough to see if we can see a name in it. Shake you guys to death. Looks like we're trying to get something right in there. There may even be something right there. USA. Patent. Made in USA. Colvin? Colver? Colvin, C-O-L-V-I-N. So not anything I've ever heard of before myself. I think it comes apart. And I say that because you can hear something clicking around in it. It's like hollowed on that tube. So this one I think will warrant some more investigation. This little ratchet. It's actually looks like quarter drive square. Lots of times when I see these, they're hex ratchets. But I do pick them up. You know what? I'm just going to take a group of tools and set them over here if I think they need cleaned up enough to read what they are. That one is a Husky. It's a New Britain produced Husky. So it's very much like the Craftsman BE and Circle H stuff. This guy. Not seeing anything, but I'll hit him real quick and see. This one's kind of the same thing. I've seen a few with this shape. Some are generic, some are not. It is a socket with a hex on this side or a place for a T-bar. I'll put it there and see if I can get it cleaned up. These three are all tied together and they're all Barkalow, right? Yep, Barkalow. This is a Fairmont. That looks to be a factory offset. I just think that one's cool because of the offset. I'm not a big Fairmont collector, but that was kind of cool. Action USA 3/4. Made in USA Crescent. This one is a Giller, forged in USA. Looks like we got a New Britain here, 9/16 and 19/32. We got these pliers that are Utica. This Stanley General All, sorry. Looks like a Stanley, but it's a number 8/16 USA. This one is a Par X. Looks like we're a 7/16 and a half, double open. Those of you that don't know Par X, that is Snap-on, one of their generic brands or cheaper brands, however you want to phrase it. This one is a Ford. I do like to pick up the Ford stuff. Here we have a Vermont American bit driver. Looks like this one is a New Britain 7/16. Sorry, 9/16. My bad. This one is a Challenger by PNC. Here's another PNC 7/8 socket. This one is a Penance Corp. This one, I can't make anything out on it. I'll hit it real quick. This ratchet is a Klein. It's the 65820 Klein USA. And if you look, that squished body and that head, this one, if I'm not mistaken, was produced by SK for Klein. So it's essentially an SK ratchet. Made in USA. and it's another New Britain. And these came out of one of the smaller toolboxes. I have a box of New Britain stuff that was sold as a box of New Britain as well. This one is a 19/16 and 25/32 New Britain. This one is an AT&G company, West Germany. It's one of those German style handles. They actually feel really good in your hand. Got a bunch of these bits. I set them aside because I know I've seen a few of the drivers in here. This one is Forged Steel USA, 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter, which is a half and a 9/16. And this, if you don't know that design, that is Bridgeport. These are the ones that go in with me. This one is a Morforge M, number 41. I don't see the Ford script on it anywhere, but Morforge also made the Ford, they call these spark plug wrenches. Those are always a good seller. I think I have a couple of the Morforge and a couple of the Ford ones. This one looks to be, that's like, if I had a tub of towel here, I could wipe it off, right? So it's a Crescent, Jamestown, New York. Crescent, did you keep? What was this one? Oh, that was a Utica. I do keep Utica as well. At least check them out, make sure they're not something I already have. Usually with Utica, it's the diamond stuff that I keep. These are gonna need, I think, a little bit of the wire wheel on them. Actually, it may tell me right here. Especially if they'll actually focus. Yeah, they're Crowders. Look how nice that screwdriver blade is. And then that tip. Those are some of the nicest tip-handled pliers I've seen. I do like Crowder stuff. I usually put that in one of my vintage boxes. Vermont American screwdriver. This is a red painted Crescent Jamestown 8-inch. And this one does open and close. It actually closes up nice and tight. So that one will be a nice little cleanup and compare it with my others and probably sell it. There's another one of those AT&G screwdrivers. This is a number 2 Phillips. These things are nice and heavy too. And this one's more of an opaque as opposed to the translucent handle. Here we've got a Volchek socket. This is an Allen 5/16. I don't remember, I've got an Allen set inside, one of these Made in USA Allens. I'm missing 2 wrenches. So this one's gonna go in until I at least check it and see what it is. Another New Britain. There's a lot of New Britain was in this batch. One of these screwdriver bits. Another screwdriver bit. Looks like we're down to 2 punches. So this one is a Volcheck standard. And that one is a Volcheck standard as well. So I do collect some of the older Volcheck wrenches, but I don't usually grab any of their other stuff. So let me get this stuff put into its sort bins, and we'll move on to the next group. I almost forgot to load you guys a quick look on what these items were that I cleaned up. So this punch is another Volcheck. And this guy, it's a 726. And then we come around here, and we got the Billings B in a triangle. Doesn't actually say Billings anywhere, but that triangle B tells me that's probably a Billings. The other two wrenches over here were just generic, no markings on. So now I'll get you a new badge. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's start off with this big beast. I did not see anything on it. And there could have been something right in there somewhere that just got destroyed. I looked at both ends. The rust has surely taken its toll. But this thing is a monster, so it still deserves a good cleanup. And maybe it'll become a barn decoration for me, or maybe I'll throw it in the booth and see if somebody wants to give me $5 for it. Next up, we got this blue-handled screwdriver. I don't see any markings on it. Another one of these Stanley USA black and yellows. Made in US of A. These remind me of the Irwin that I have. Yep, that's an Irwin. So these guys may be Irwins. This one is a Volcheck. You see that V in the shield? These are all Barkalow Buffaloes. Some more Barkalow. This one I found really interesting. I think it's some kind of a crimper. Looks like it's for setting crimp. You've got this wedge up here that goes into that wedge down there. It's locked up. It doesn't want to turn. But I'm guessing I can get that freed up. The threads themselves look good. So I did clean the ferrule off on this one yesterday when I got it because I was so fascinated by what it was. So look at that last line. It's a Bell Systems. And at the top, it's a Bridgeport, USA. Bell Systems crimper. Wood handle. This one I think would clean up really nice. I've not seen another wood handle Bell Systems crimper before. So that one's gonna make a fun project at some point. It's one that I will end up probably passing on. I'm not a Bell Systems collector. I know a lot of you guys are. This one, forget who it was that made these. It's a Stanley Professional. 86400. There's the patent number, so I could look that up, I guess. It doesn't say USA, but that's the switch on it. And I've seen that switch on one of the name brands, New Britain or somebody. So yeah, definitely cool. I do not have one of those, and again, I collect ratchets, so you know, that one sticks with me. Here we've got a Challenger, a Proto. Another full check. A Penance Corp. A Crescent line wrench. We've got a Crescent set. I've said it before in other videos, but I've got a Crescent set that I'm just putting together to try to sell together to somebody. It was almost a full set. Other pennons. An Allen USA 12 millimeter. Let's see, got another grouping. These are, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all different variations of McKagan hatch. Here's a Fairmount. You can see the guy had these things marked. He was putting them on eBay, some of the things, and selling others at flea markets whenever he felt like popping up. And then he decided to get out of it, so everything went at an auction. And I bought way too much, as you saw. It ended up being, I think, 61 out of 66 tool lots. This one I think is going to need to hit the wheel. So I'll do that and remember to show you guys this time, right? Got another Volchek. Got a screw holding screwdriver. And this one is a Crescent. This guy's got the mange, but it is a Stanley. It's got bits. I actually didn't open these up to see what all's in it. It looks like it's pretty full of bits. Yep. So we've got 5 bits in here, I think. Yeah, 5 bits. So we can demange that guy. Mechanism's a little sticky, but it does move back and forth. Get it cleaned up. This one is a Yankee Handyman. And that is a North Brothers. So it's pre-Stanley. It has some of the mange going on as well. And it also has some bits in it. Really, the bits are the harder part to get sometimes with these. So we got 4 bits in this one. Go to garage sales and stuff and you'll find them where the body looks perfect. There's no mange or anything, but there's no bits in it either. And a third one. And this one is a Stanley Handyman. It works well. This one, I don't think this one actually holds bits. It may. I may have to come off with a screwdriver. I can't remember the style. But good stuff to get into and figure it out, right? Another Blackhawk socket. New Britain wrench. This guy is another Crescent Rhino screw holder. And this one looks to be probably a homemade pokey thing. And it doesn't have the Stanley markings on it, so it might be a generic, yeah. It's more of the orangish yellow. Looks like it's probably one of the knockoffs. We'll have to look at. So a Stanley Yankee number 3 flathead screwdriver. I had this one for $5. It's in really nice shape. Here we have a Wright 4024 3/4 6-point half-inch drive. Wright is one of those great tool companies. If you guys don't know Wright, they are still made in the USA, still family owned. This is a Proto Challenger. Here we've got some CT pliers. This one, I'm gonna have to clean up and look at. I just thought that feature was kind of cool. To 7/8, 2038. And honestly, that looks like the way Duro and Industro did their forged in USA. So I wonder if it's part of that family. If it is, it's one I don't have. I'll have to clean it up. Here we've got a shirt pocket flathead screwdriver. That's a Vermont American USA. Here we've got a little breaker bar. See if we can see a name on it. $2650, or no, $2850, made in USA. No actual name. A little sticky, but not bad. This guy has a double offset box. You might have to take it to the wire wheel too and see if there's anything on it. There's another of the screwdriver ends. The world's shaking on you. This is an Industrial Super with some green paint. Another Industrial Super quarter drive. I don't have a lot of quarter drive Industrials. Penance Corp. Another Volchek. And a Thorson. And here we have a PNC, 5/8, 12 point. I assume you guys are really into PNC. It's another one I don't necessarily collect, but they're cool. This is another one of those unmarked Bridgeports. And on this one today, oh, who's I watching? Jesse's Garage. He came across one that was very similar, but it was flat here, where this has the looped handle. And he was saying it reminds him of his Waldens. And that's what this one is. It's a Walden. I would agree. This style, every time I see this style, it's been a Walden. I've never actually used one like this, but they're definitely kind of cool. I guess that's kind of a wrench. I'll put it with the wrenches. So that's this batch. I'll clean up these couple and show them to you. I'll be right back.